I get the cheat code, I'm a beast. They said they'll never let me out of lease. Stop out the cap, I'm just tryna see. You really back what you talk on the beat. They put me in, I'ma walk on the beat. I eat my plate and it make me obese. I been pushing lyrics like a kingpin. And Wendy day we got them.
What's up?
Olaf.
Hello.
What's happening? Cheetah Kodai.
What's up, guys?
Cheetah Kodai.
Slow motion. We're talking about your hat before the thunderclap went off.
Blessed as fuck.
You are blessed.
Is that a goatee? Is that a goatee?
Goatee. It's part of the goatee. Yeah, goatee brand.
I don't think I see you wear any hats that aren't goatee.
Is either gonna be goatee or mine.
Right. I love it.
that. Yeah.
Exclusivity.
Yeah.
Yeah. And did you work on a partnership with them, or how does that work?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
I have a partnership. I'm a partner in the company, and I have equity in the company, and I help them. I'm also their ambassador.
That's awesome.
So Wendy Day, how does somebody begin to a conversation to get with a Ferrari Simmons to get some type of how would somebody want to sponsor you? If they wanted to sponsor us with T-shirts and stuff, would you be open to that? How does that work? How does somebody contact them about getting a sponsorship?
Sponsored cheat code, yes. Me, I can't be bought. No.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
you don't sell
not
your
for
image.
money.
No, it's not for sale. But would you wear it on the show?
If they sponsored the show, yeah.
Yeah,
If
mic
they
covers or
tried
something.
to sponsor me, no.
Yeah, no. I love it.
Yeah.
Some people, their images, like, because like, her face is worth money. Literally, it's on a T-shirt. You can go on the Cheat Code podcast right now and buy the shirt. It's literally worth money right now. You can buy the shirt. It has a quote on there from Eminem's.
From Eminem, right.
From Eminem.
Yeah.
So I love it. And I'm only asking because I know a lot of people, a lot of the comments that we're getting are, hey man, can y'all talk to the executives? Can y'all talk to the people that are actually trying to hustle deals? Like I understand and I appreciate the fact that you guys talk to artists, but what about us PR folks and shit?
Let's address that. Do you mind?
Yeah, let's do
it. So if you want to do some sort of an endorsement or sponsorship, I think you approach the company, you find out who the VP of marketing is. Thank God for LinkedIn. LinkedIn is the perfect way to do it. If there's a brand that you really love and you support, I wouldn't, if you don't have a fan base yet, I wouldn't go to Apple and say, I want to represent your products. You should work with me. But if there's a smaller brand that's up and coming that you really love and you support, like it's authentic, why not go to them and explain to the head of marketing that you have however many followers you have on Instagram, on TikTok, how many fans you have,
what those followers look like,
what they look like, who they are, and see if there's a match. There's even, you were pulling it up for La Russell with me on Saturday. There's even in your dashboard, yes, where you can go and see what brands that are their fans are more likely to be fans of you. And that's a really awesome tool to have. Was that Chartmetric?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
That's an amazing tool to have. And by the way, Chartmetric, and they're not a sponsor, is like $10 a month for an artist. So why would you not do it?
Right.
So you can get all of your, you can see
who's interacting with your content,
with your
what
content.
they look
Exactly.
like. And that's what we're talking about ownership.
And
exactly.
If you're searching for a sponsorship, it's best to get something that you normally do. Like, for example, I don't drink alcohol like that. So I have a water sponsor one time for Beauty Water.
You got socks.
I get free water. I love socks. I have a sock sponsorship one time for Odd Socks.
Now, how does that work? Because you have a hat sponsor. Are they like a T-shirt sponsor as well?
You talking about the goatee?
The goatee.
So goatee, they approached me actually. They were looking for a radio personality, someone that has a voice that can speak to hundreds of thousands of people every day.
That'd be you.
Promote their product. So that one came to me. But Odd Socks, I went to them.
I remember you were telling us a story on one of the Cheat Codes, like Cheat Code episode 7 or some shit like that.
They came up to me and I said, hey man, I buy your socks all the time. I love your socks. And I introduced myself properly and I met the owner and I was like, listen man, I just want to help you guys win. What can I do? And he was like, let's figure it out.
I love that.
And then next thing I know, I got 4 boxes of underwear and socks.
I love it.
I love when somebody says, let's figure it out, because you can.
Now, I see you take a lot of pictures of the socks and post those. And thankfully, you don't post any pictures of the underwear. How does that work?
I just do a video of the underwear. Like, I just got
I'm sorry?
I do a video, not of me and my underwear, a video of the underwear arrival.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Like, they just hooked me up.
It's like, I didn't know you had OnlyFans. Fucker, that's what you're doing on OnlyFans. You're fucking modeling underwear now, are we?
No.
Boxer briefs, or what are they? I don't understand. I hope not. It's a very hairy visual. I don't like it.
I'm a fan of Odd Socks because they do things like old Nickelodeon shows. Like
I love Odd Socks because
Life.
they're everywhere, first of all.
Yeah, facts.
And they look really good and the material's really good. But I was asking more so, that's 2 clothing sponsors. How common is that?
All the time.
That a person
can get multiple clothing sponsors.
All
If
the
you
time.
professionally handle it correctly, if you execute it.
And you're honest about it. You just have to be transparent. I'm already working with a t-shirt company or a tracksuit company and you're a hat company and I'd like to work with you. honest.
I wear hats. Whether
Honesty
I have
goes a long
fresh
way
haircut
all the way
or not.
around.
I'll have a fresh haircut and still wear a hat. That's just me. I wear hats.
I love it.
So when nobody knew my name, I put my name on my hat.
I love that.
And
That's
then,
awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's important to talk to the people about some of the things they could be doing to kind of leverage
Yes.
place for them. Some of you guys may have, your video budget may be completely exhausted up and you may not have no money to buy the extra shirts or sweaters. And you could present your call sheet or your storyline, whatever, and try to get you some clothing sponsors to wear inside the video.
Definitely
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
And then just put the logo in exchange.
Yeah. Or you could put the logo on the video too.
Yep.
Like, hey, I'm a
But
promote
most
And
of
just
those
be
people require
realistic. Like,
information, though, right?
Correct.
don't go to a small company and say, I'll be your spokesperson for $1 million a year. Understand that they have a business and you might have to build that relationship. It may be a box of socks and shorts at first. You may have to work your way into a financial relationship with somebody.
I love it.
Just gotta start somewhere though.
Exactly.
Okay.
That's important.
I just never, for me, I never did endorsements because if I'm gonna rep a company, I'm gonna start it and be the company.
Mm.
Like
Amen.
instead
You don't
of
have all
repping-
the answers, Sway. You don't have all the answers,
Hey,
Sway. And then
Kanye-
10 years later, I got to come back and be like, yeah, Sway was right. I could have did it all myself. Yeah, I could have did it all
that's what I
myself.
was about to say.
You don't have all the answers, Sway. What do you mean you want me to start it up and do it on my own and take 100% of everything? You kidding me? There are other people that have to put their money in this so they can feed their kids too. I guess.
I'm a risk taker, so I take calculated risks.
You
I'm not
bet on yourself?
go figure.
100% of the time.
How to get here?
Yeah, I'm a self-sufficient gambler. I bet on myself every day to win.
I think that's what executives tend to have to do. If you have something that you love,
Yes.
you gotta take a risk.
Or
No risk, no reward.
Go to your friends when you get to the level where I am. I can go to 5 or 6 friends and just buy the fucking company.
Right.
Boss. Okay.
Ownership, though.
Yeah. Ownership.
Question. What are some tips to give an artist when their fan base is not growing?
To stop rapping count.
The only way your fan base stops growing is if you stop marketing. I didn't say promoting. There's a difference. Promoting is, I'm over here, I got something for sale. Marketing is, hey, you in the black hat with the yellow, come here, I know what you like, I got exactly what you need, and I'll open my coat up and it's right there for you. You can reach your fan base, and it may take you $1, it may take you $1 million. But what are you putting up? If your fan base isn't growing, that would imply that you're not either putting out enough music consistently.
You're not doing
Right.
anything.
You're not doing anything. You're
doing
not
shows,
monetized.
not
doing
You're
shows, not doing
so
nothing.
all of those things are indicators that you should be doing more, because people aren't going to come to you just for the sake of coming to you. Case in point, we just made a joke about the AB song.
Right.
Of everybody that danced, only one person downloaded it. So it's like, everybody knows what it is. Everybody knows the dance. Everybody knows the words to it. Most of the people in here know the words to Old Town Road. How many
Yes.
of you people in here downloaded it?
No, I did. I actually
Not a single one. And you know every word to the hook. You know every word of the song.
Right.
How many people in here have downloaded it? None. Not one hand was raised.
I downloaded it.
Okay, one hand was raised.
One hand was raised. Think about that, though. In
That shit first came out. That shit was fire, man.
But-
It was fire.
in an industry where fire
But not
does
fire
not
enough to be on
equal
my playlist.
consumption.
10 million records sold.
835 million people in America, bro. There's 93 million people in Vietnam. He sold 10 million records. So what does that mean to you?
Diamond. He went diamond.
That's
He
beautiful.
never has to work forever.
Listen, Stick
I
of
love
Bush,
that.
I just seen a plaque last night for 140 million copies sold. Grand Theft Auto. He's got a 14 times diamond plaque. 10 million is diamond, right?
That's
Yes.
that's
it's at
arguably
140 million.
that's arguably the best game in the world.
Okay,
That was arguably the biggest
plaque
song
was
in
10
the
years
world.
ago. This was for a Freddie Gibbs song that was on a Grand Theft Auto that now has over 500 million. So he's
Yeah.
50 times diamond.
Damn.
It was Freddie Gibbs.
But everyone plays
Yes,
video
Freddie Gibbs
games though. Everyone, no matter the language, no matter what, everyone plays video games. So if you get on the soundtrack on a video game, that's
Wendy, how does that work? Do video game companies
Freddie
pay that?
Gibbs has 5 million monthly followers on Spotify.
Spotify?
Why isn't it higher?
Well, we
it
can
goes
take a
up and
deep dive
down.
on it. No, it should be way higher. The
It should be way
infrastructure on it,
higher.
way higher.
Based
are we
on
gonna do a
those
deep dive,
numbers.
Kingpin? Do tell. Let's go.
I mean, we could definitely do
How
a
does
deep
what
dive.
work? I'm sorry.
How was like the gaming because Ferrari brought a good point up.
Yes.
And with the gaming, for example,
Yes.
it should have more followers.
It should.
But we know that the gaming company just gave them a check flat out right and paid them for that.
Correct.
Yes.
Is that
It
common?
works two ways, and I love that you mentioned Grand Theft Auto because I got 2 of Trouble's songs on Grand Theft Auto, so I can speak
Huge.
to EA Sports. So it works one of two ways. Either you reach out to the music supervisor at EA Sports, or EA Sports has a department that's putting the music together. They'll reach out to you.
You can also go to LinkedIn and get that guy's name, by the way. I know it, but I'm not going to say y'all going to have to work for it.
Correct. So they reached out to me because they wanted Trouble on GTA. So then we just had to negotiate a price. And I actually went to Deborah Manis Gardner, who does sample clearance, to find out.
Follow DMG clearances.
Yes, to find out what a fair price would be, because I had no idea. I'd never put a song on a video game before. Yeah,
let alone the biggest, arguably the biggest video game on the planet.
Call of Duty is, but go ahead.
And she explained to me how artists get paid, what the different deals were. So then I was able to strike a deal knowing that I wouldn't sell him out of the game, but getting him more money than I would have asked for.
Okay.
Especially for 2 songs. But they do, if you're a smaller artist, it's a flat fee. If you're a larger artist, like a Drake, you can get a percentage of every game sold.
Damn.
Sheesh. And the reason I say Call of Duty is because I had literally just had this conversation last night. And when the people from Grand Theft Auto reached back out to get some placements for the new Grand Theft Auto from him, he inquired, how many is it up to now? He's like, well, we're at over 500 million copies of this video game sold worldwide.
That's crazy.
Right.
So he's like, that's got to make it the #1 video game. He says, no, bro, Call of Duty they pre-sale at 1 billion.
Jesus, fuck.
Pre-order 1 billion copies of this video game, which hurt me in my heart because it took me 4 days ago when Cardi said, you got to be careful what you're doing because I just lost a $6 million deal with Call of Duty because I was going to court. And I was like, holy shit. And then when you hear that this game pre-sales 500 million copies.
Now you understand why.
You understand why. Like I was explaining, they may have gave my man $25,000 for that song, but the amount of people that heard that song and how it can translate and the amount of shows
heard it repeatedly because it's the repetition.
You hear it while you're playing.
Yeah, it's the repetition.
And I asked that
because... And you
because...
want it to translate. You don't just want somebody to hear it in the video game. You want them to go, yo, I love this. This is my jam. And then go and download it onto one of their playlists and listen to it ad nauseum.
So, another one of the reasons I talk about this is because everybody's always looking for that next opportunity. And video games are something that most of our listeners and most of these artists now are involved in, knee deep in, but don't take advantage of.
Yeah.
And having video game, placements on NBA 2K, on Madden, on boxing, on NASCAR, on the UFC, on
and have a Twitch channel and utilize the Twitch channel.
Go live.
Like really maximize. Well. Yes.
Didn't T Grizzly build built servers? We have to pay him to get on his servers. He's made a lot of money.
He gets paid. He gets paid more. He said on I forget where it was at, but he said he gets paid more to be on Twitch than he does making music.
I believe that because he signed to a label.
Yeah. Okay. Now at the end of the day, making sure that you can throw your hat on as many, fucking hooks.
I think that's the goal as an artist. You just have to do, and they have to be authentic. Like, I don't play video games, so for me to go and do a deal with a video game company would just be weird. It's got to be, it brings us back to that whole
gamer
sponsorship thing.
I don't know, bro. If Wendy would have been like the ring announcer for Def Jam Vendetta, that would have been fucking fire.
Yeah, that'd be fire.
Remember the 50 Cent game, Blood in the Sand and shit? If Wendy they would have been like one of the villains that they had to come get the money from, whatever, that'd have been fire, boss. If you'd be a villain in a video game, I'd go for that.
I forgot where I was at. I was in Miami. I got picked up by an Uber, and the navigation voice in my Uber was DJ Khaled's voice.
Yes.
That was the hardest shit ever.
At the same time, Missy Elliott had her voice there too.
He was like, take a left.
Another one. Face ass.
Yeah, I swear to God.
Yeah,
his name was in
a special,
And you had different celebrities. It was Khaled, 50 Cent, Missy Elliott, and somebody else.
Well, Waze does this, yeah. I had the Batman. So when I was writing around the city, it was Batman was, we're gonna go meet the Joker. We're gonna go catch the Joker. Make a left here to go to Gotham. So it was, you can do different type of shit.
That's like dope. Branding, sponsorship opportunities. Okay,
there's lots of them.
You know what we never spoke about?
What? Why are you looking right at me?
Trolls and hackers.
Oh God, I love hackers. By the way,
we talk about trolls all the time.
Well, I love good hackers.
Hackers? Well, I thought that's what we were going to try to call ourselves at one time, or our minions.
Right.
Hackers. Coders. They like coders.
They like
They do?
coders. They
They
like
love
coders.
coders.
I
They-
see the comments.
They've claimed it. They're like, fuck y'all, we're
Coders.
pound coders. I don't know what the fuck y'all talking about. But we're
Coders.
coders. So
There we go. There it is.
But like, there are these people. It's a large collection of them. I actually know one. And he actually gets paid to unhack your page. He can go find whoever hacked your page and unhack it. But it's a collection of people that, number one, troll, and then number two, they also are hackers. And they go.
So
on your
who's to
page.
tell me that the unhacker isn't the one hacking your shit to unhack it?
Then he's
you
the
gotta trust him.
smartest guy in the world.
Well, I mean, the fucking security guards in New York were doing that shit all in the 80s and 90s. If you didn't want to hire them security guards, they were going to rob you. And then one of the security guards would come get the jewelry back from you. So you had to hire the security guards. If not, they were going to rob you and sell you your jewelry back and make the money back anyway. So that's the
that
problem
Brooklyn
with the
shit.
hackers,
We
right?
on it.
But they're not going anywhere as long as it's an online presence and an
course not.
online social media thing. There are people that will hack your account.
I dare say a necessary evil.
But let's talk about trolls, because that's an issue for a lot of artists. They don't want to deal with the trolls. They don't want to deal with the people that are saying negative stuff about their music.
It's like extreme negative though. Like it's all the way left. Like your mother must have aborted you. Why would you think that way? I'll be over here like, why would you say that about somebody that you don't even know, my nigga? Right. That was terrible to say.
I'm sorry.
I mean, at the end of the day, it
You're a
is some funny
professional
shit.
dick rider. Damn.
No, I mean, but it's we get those comments with our shit all the time. You guys are old or outdated. This information is this, or you guys are dinosaurs and whatever the fuck. I reply back with a dinosaur
They
emoji.
said you were very mean. And
Yeah,
you're
one
so
guy was
aggressive.
like, "You can't talk to me like that. I don't need advice. I need an investor. You need a hug, bitch. I hope you watching." I'm the one that said it. You need a hug. You don't need an investor. You need a reality check. If you get offended by what it is that I say to you, when all that I'm telling you is
helping
to
you?
own your shit,
Yeah, it's
I'm
trying to
directly
help
talking
you.
to
You said you're mean
Yeah.
when you say it.
I
That's
wouldn't
why.
give a fuck how disrespectful you think I am. Imagine how disrespected I feel that I've sacrificed everything I've ever loved and cared for behind trying to find a way to succeed in the music
Yes.
business.
Or
and you
you've
want me
given
to
up
talk to you
everything.
nice, bitch?
Yeah.
Or imagine getting
Talk
robbed.
to me nicer. Don't talk to me at
Imagine
all.
getting robbed and someone smiling in your
Fucking
face because I
buttercup.
just robbed you because you didn't read your contract and you didn't listen to Kingpin or Wendy or myself. Because these people
It
will
happens all
rob
day,
you
every day.
and smile in your face.
don't
And then
want- I
you,
don't
you,
want
you
you to
can't
like
get
me.
mad
Love
because
you.
you signed a contract.
Yes.
My job isn't to get you to like me. My job is to get you to dig deep within yourself and find the testicular fortitude that it takes to put your
Okay.
feelings to the fucking
What
side
wrestler is
and
that?
put your
Oh.
desire to the front of the line,
Hulk
bro.
Hogan.
I don't want you to be anything more but the best version of yourself.
Damn it.
Facts.
And you cannot do that if you are half-assing this shit. And if you think that what I'm saying to you is offensive, fuck you very much. I'm talking to you. I really am. And I genuinely treat people like that because if you're serious about this and you want this, it will show in everything that you do.
Facts.
In
Yes.
your actions and how you talk and how you walk and how you
Yes.
think and how you feel. If you're not serious about this, it will show in everything that you don't do. You cannot expect somebody that has rededicated their life to being successful at something to respect your half-ass effort.
Never. It's offensive.
To that I say, trolls, that's their job. A hater's job is to hate.
Right.
Cat Williams said it best. If you got 20 haters, you got to be figuring out how to get 40 by the end of the fucking summer. B, feel free to hate on me. I like it. I appreciate the hate, bro. I ain't nothing nobody can say about me that I haven't said about myself. Florida State Penitentiary couldn't break me. You think one of these fucking losers and boxers at the bottom of a basement is going to offend me by typing on a screen? Doesn't work like that, bro. Thank you. I appreciate it. I want more trolls. A troll is going to reshare your content and go get other trolls to come back and look at it. If you notice, whenever somebody comes on our comments and they give us the crazy shit, I always tell them the same thing. Thanks for engaging. I appreciate you not liking it and giving me 20 comments of why you don't like it so that everybody else that follows you can get exposure to it. And then they can follow us, which will really piss you off because now we're going to be all over your timeline. Kudos to you, buddy. Thank you. So at the end of the day, that's what it's about. I want hate. I want positive. If everybody's agreeing with us, we're not doing something right. That means we're catering to
true.
the wrong crowd.
It's true.
I want people to disagree because it's healthy.
It is.
Disagreement is healthy.
And we can
Haters
learn.
are healthy, bro.
We can learn from that.
Haters
I'm
are
learning
healthy.
every day and I love it.
Usually a disagreement comment is usually a misled on information. Maybe they read something wrong or
Maybe they only watched our clip and didn't watch the whole fucking episode.
You cannot understand
what
it
he's
to
talking
anybody. This is what we do at the Cheat Code. We explain it to you. Understanding it is on you. I can
nice.
explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you, my guy.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to apply logic and real world experiences to everything that we're talking about, that's why you don't understand. You don't understand what we're saying because you've never encountered any of these obstacles, and the fact that you haven't encountered them.
You say a lot of stuff I don't understand, and I Google. I just sit there and I teach myself so that I can catch up to you. I don't bitch and moan about not understanding.
And I just want to add, like, this is real life for us. We're putting out fires daily, right? This is our job. So if you're watching and you're newer, that might not be your job at the particular moment. So sometimes you might not be able to identify where we're coming from, but you need to comprehend what we're saying because it's gonna lead you into our world. And then you'll say, oh, now I understand where they're coming from. Now I understand why they deal with this. Now I understand why Kingpin is always an asshole. Yes, this is the situation. This is the shit that you got to deal with day to day. You're not dealing with that day to day. You're probably clocked in working for somebody else who followed their dreams, and you're trying to do this.
Do what makes you happy.
Amen.
Fuck.
We're not the barometers. We're not the measuring stick. We don't know everything. We're just giving you our advice off of our experience, and trolls come with that.
Exactly.
Hate and negativity comes with positivity, but love will always outpower hate. That's why the people that come on our comments, I just watched your first episode and I just binged all 26 others in the last 2 days.
Yep.
That to me is more powerful. We have people that have come on there every single episode and have left a comment, have shared it, have thumbed it up. That's 28 weeks of that.
Yeah.
That is amazing. Some people aren't consistent at taking out their garbage 28 weeks in a row.
I agreed.
And they've been coming back to our shows.
We've been doing this for 28 weeks?
We are on episode number 29 coming up.
Dude, we could have 4 BET awards.
Yeah. And by the time it's all said and done. Yeah.
That's awesome.
It's coming. All right.
And there's a woman on here, so chances are we don't have to pay for it. Somebody get Diddy on the line. See if we can get part of the Revolt program. See if we can win one next year. Yeah. Fly Guy DC, I need you to make that call for me, bro.
Yeah,
Except I don't want to go sweat outside in the heat next year. I don't want to go stand outside a bunch of trailers and with no umbrellas and no water.
Okay. Dear Cheat Code, should a new artist go after big producers for that type of big type record feel, or should a new artist build up with a up and coming producer and rise together?
Rise together.
This will be a quick one.
Yeah, put your money into, unless you have a ridiculous budget, put your money into marketing and promoting a great song. Don't go chasing a hot feature or a hot producer, because once you have a great buzz, they will come to you and it will be free. They will come and want to be part of your franchise that you're building. So build it from the ground up. Do what's right. There are no shortcuts. There are no cheat codes. I know you hate to hear that because we're called the cheat code, but the cheat code is hard work. So just have really great music wherever it comes from. Great music, not good, great. It's got to really stand out.
How common is it for somebody to have the producer name in the name of the song? Is that common? And I'm not talking about because of that. I'm just talking about in general. Like, if you got a song from Zaytoven, are you putting the name of the song produced by Zaytoven? Because you're not going to put that in the title. This is not 1984. No. It doesn't show up like that. No. It shows up the name of the song.
Correct.
So the only person that would know it would be the producer tag when it comes on. So now let me ask you a question. If somebody does do that and they put the producer name in the song, is the producer now privy to part of the writer's portion of the song since he's listed as one of the main artists?
No.
So he only gets his producer share still?
Yes.
So that's more of a vanity issue, is adding the name into the title.
Yeah, and it could be the agreement. Maybe the producer either raps or is trying to become a rapper. So maybe they want to be featured in the title of whatever. As I think
every hood artist, every street artist's dream is to get a Zaytoven beat.
Right.
Every upcoming artist may be to get a what's your boy's name from the Baby? What's his name?
Jetson.
Jetson. Or ATL Jacob or fucking London J or whoever it is, right?
Right.
London on the Track, whoever it is.
Right.
Does that name, can they use that producer's name to leverage placements for that record?
Yes, absolutely, especially at radio. But let's look at this from the angle of the producer. If that producer can sell a beat to Future and know they're going to make $1 million, or they could sell it to Louis Lump Lump and not make any money on the back end, where do you think their best beats are going to go? Just logically. So unless you've got a relationship where you can call that producer and say, I need one of your A tracks, I need a single, I need a hit record. And the great thing about established producers is they know what a hit record is. They know what that means. Right. So when you go to, a Drumma Boy or a Jacob or Zaytoven, they know what a hit record is, but not every artist can handle a big song. They might have an amazing hit record beat and then they're rapping some bullshit on it, or they're swearing in the hook, knowing that it's not going to go anywhere.
There was a recent hit record that had the artist name and the producer name in the title track, but it wasn't a feature, it was an X. Hit Kid and Glorilla. That's both of their records. That's not her record.
Right.
But so was that renamed after the fact, or
I don't know.
Well,
I'm
I
not
think
in her
Tomorrow
camp.
now has just Glorilla, and then they got Tomorrow 2. Tomorrow 2 is the one with Cardi B, and then Blessed. I still like Blessed, and Yo Gotti's featured on there, and he's not actually it's not says that he's on there.
Not credited.
But let me say, I had a client that paid $15,000 for a big producer beat, $10,000 for a feature, and
so $25,000 total.
Song didn't do a damn thing. He had
Well, they
better
probably didn't have
records.
money left to promote
He had
it.
better records with a newer producer.
Okay.
And when he got a deal, they didn't even put out that record because he tried pushing it and no one liked it.
Right.
So I mean, just make good
I think
fucking
chemistry.
music.
I
Just
think
make great
one of the
music.
reasons
Not
you
even
go build
good,
with a
just great
producer
music.
is so that you guys can get familiar with your nuances, and this producer can help you develop a sound. And there's a beat maker and there's a producer.
Yeah.
Right.
Beat maker makes a beat, uploads it online, you download the bitch, 2-track mix, and you do the
And off
best
you
you
go.
can with it.
Yeah, off you
A
go.
producer is going to sit there and they're going to, hey man, let's rearrange this a little bit. Let's change these vocals. Let's add a bridge.
Hey,
up
you
here to
didn't
the
say
front.
that right. Say it again.
Right.
Hey, do this again. Didn't sound good.
If
You
you don't know
muffled
how
that word,
important
do
an
it again.
engineer to an artist is, what was the name of the engineer, Future's
Seth.
engineer that passed away?
Seth.
God bless the dead, Seth.
Seth was
Very
amazing.
important,
Yeah.
to that sound, because he was able to, work together with them to develop that.
Yes.
So I think that's one of the things that most of these artists don't understand is, prime example would have been Cool America with Buddha Bless. That was from the beginning. Those
And
guys,
he rose
16,
with
17
them.
years old, rose together. And then he went on to make his own sound, and they went on to go do their own thing. But, finding
a
somebody that
perfect
you could
example.
build with. Jetson is another one. The baby, the Jetson.
Yeah.
It's finding somebody, London on the track with Thug, finding somebody that you guys can
Where there's
build
chemistry.
a sound with. Yeah, that
Yes.
chemistry. And then
Yes.
both of you guys can catapult to the next level. It just becomes that me
It just
shit.
makes sense.
That's the ego part of it. Me. I want the attention. I want the credit. No, I don't want to give this money. Or I don't want to do that. And
So we all just got an email this week from Apple. What was it, like 200 billion songs are on their platform or something? How are you going to stand out? Like even
200 billion.
okay, it's not 200 billion. I'm making that up,
That's
but
a ridiculous-ass number.
It was a ridiculous fucking number.
Ridiculous.
And I thought, okay, how are you going to stand out with all that music on there? And it's great that you have a feature from super famous guy and super producer, but it's not going to make you stand out amongst all that other music. You stand out by having a great song and marketing and promoting it. That's how you stand out.
You know what's
being a
scary
star.
about the new music that comes out every day? You guys are forgetting to factor in that the shit that came out in the 60s and 70s that wasn't released, that people are still buying vinyl albums and cassettes of, that gets loaded every fucking day too.
Yes.
Donny Hathaway and Rick James and all that shit.
Yes.
Them guys are getting loaded every day.
Yes.
California Raisins are still selling records, bro.
And how many new records come out every day?
About between 65 and 100,000 individual MP3s are uploaded every day for distribution.
I listened to Bob Marley the whole way here today.
Yeah.
Dropped the top and
I
threw
was
it
talking
on.
about that.
and-
I think we talked about that recently. Like, if you have ever been in the car and you listening to radio, you'll skip through songs. They're on the radio. They're on the radio because they're hot songs, and you don't want to listen to that shit. You want to listen to what you want to listen to.
Yes.
So as a creator, understand that every at bat isn't going to be a home run.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just need to get on base, man.
It's the consistency.
Mm.
It's the consistency of releasing music.
Yep. It's the only way to build fans. Do it every day.
Agreed. Every day.
Cheetah Kodai.
Get a t-shirt. Cheese Code Podcast.
Motherfuckers.